Hi there, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. It's pretty close to the end of the school year, I think, for everybody. And hope everybody is getting things finished up, winding down, hopefully getting your grades, saying goodbye to teachers and everyone. It's been kind of a sad, bittersweet kind of end to the school year for sure. So I had a very quick social story that I wanted to share with you guys this week, and my son's teacher sent this to all of his classmates, and it's called "This School Year Was Different," and it's by Allison Ryan. I'm not exactly sure where his teacher found it, but it's a cute little story to share with some of your younger kids, to just kind of sum up and how the year's gone, and maybe kind of help them feel a little bit of closure about how this school year is gone. So I'm going to read "This School Year Was Different" and then show you kind of a cool little activity that we're doing at my house, and that maybe an idea you might want to try. This school year was different. This school year has been different from other school years. It started out just like any other school year. You met your teacher. You came to class. You played with your friends. You learned. But then, all of a sudden, things changed. Schools around the world started to close. They closed to help keep people healthy. And then you weren't going to school anymore. You were staying at home or spending time somewhere else. It was a big, big change. Definitely. Maybe you felt sad about not going to school anymore. Maybe you felt angry or confused. Maybe you even felt a little bit happy. However you felt and however you feel now, it's okay to feel that way. School wasn't open, but you kept learning at home. Maybe you got to watch videos or do special learning activities. Maybe you got to have a lot of playtime. You weren't at school, but you were still learning. And maybe you got to see some of the other kids in your class, or maybe you didn't see them at all. You weren't at school and you couldn't play together, but you were still a class. Maybe you got to see your teacher in videos, or your counselor in videos. Or maybe you didn't get to see your teacher at all. You weren't at school and you couldn't give your teacher a hug or high five, but they were still your teacher. And your teacher thinks about you every single day. No matter where you are, your school is still your school. Your class is still your class. Your friends are still your friends, and your teacher is still your teacher. This school year has been very different, but you have done a fantastic job, and you should be very proud of that. The end. This school year has been very different, not just for students, for educators, parents, counseling, doctors, dentistry, all of these different organizations, these entities and communities are, have had to adjust and be very flexible. So it's been quite a challenge in certain aspects. There's been high points and low points and in between points. So just I want everybody to know that you're not alone in that stress or worry that you're feeling. And hopefully the school year now can come to a calm closing, and you can have, maybe a little more independence and less stress in the next few months for summertime. So, since this is a very different time that really no one has gone through before, I am actively working in little bits and pieces with my kids on creating a COVID-19 time capsule. So this was a printable that was free that I received from biglifejournal.com. It's one of these, they have a Facebook page, and then they also have a website, and you can sign up for their free weekly printables. And this was one of the printables that they sent me. And I thought, that's really cute. And it came with a lot of different activities. I printed off a few of the activities that I thought my kids would really like. So here's some examples. This one is where they can write or draw, and anybody could do this, any age. You could do it as a family. You could do it as for graduate, what you thought your graduating, senior year was going to be like versus what it turned out to be. So this is for any age. These are new activities and rituals and celebrations. So it wants you to write down things that you tried your family did during this time. So I know we, instead of having some birthday celebrations, birthday parties, we celebrated by decorating our car and making signs and driving through the neighborhoods and honking and playing music. So those are some new things that we did. End of the school year, my kids, we drove by the school and all the teachers were lined up and waving goodbye and saying goodbye that way. So that was something new. This one is about your day, how your morning, afternoon, evening, and bedtime, how did it change? What did it look like during the quarantine time? I know ours changed quite a bit. So for the time capsule, I decided to use these empty Stacks or Pringles containers, and had my kids kind of just put their activities in here. Some of the ones that they've done are, what are 2 things that you wish for? There's one in here that's kind of a little journal about all the things that changed that were different. Here's one that's, what are 3 things you're grateful for? So there's these little ice cream cone activities. There was a bunch of printables that went with the Big Life Journal. Again, I'll show that. The quarantine time capsule. I didn't print out all of them. I just printed out a few. There was a whole page that my other son did all about his favorite things. So what we're going to do is once they're done, kind of roll the capsule like this and then seal it up. And when they're older, they can go back and reminisce about that time and think about, what it was like during school then, and their lives, how it changed, significantly after. So hopefully this can maybe help some of you kind of end and reflect on your school year, and hopefully you've been able to take something new that you've learned from all of this experience. So I'm wishing all of you guys a happy summer, and take care. See you soon. Bye.